We are part of the Grand Masters League. Race starts in a little over 3.5 minutes. The course is Sugar Cookie. Almost 40K on this course. Most of the climbing saved to the end. Categories broken up by ages. What do we got? How's it all broken down? For the A's, up to 29 years old. The B's, 30 to 39. The C category, where we find ourselves, 40 to 49 years old. Squarely in the middle at 45 years old. And the D category is 50 plus. I believe it's a mass start. Is everyone at 11:30? Everybody starts together. Yeah, it should be fun. All right, so we're all going to be dressed in blue. It's helpful in a mass start to know who you're really competing against. Maybe we can find the wheel of some reds and greens. See if they can carry us along. This is a longer course. Undulates for most of the course, and then towards the end, there's a lot of elevation, a lot of climbing, and then a downhill sprint to the finish. There are a lot of people in this race. We'll see how we fare. Apple Music, playing through the headphones, going wherever it takes me. Thanks for joining me here. I'm going to do my best to commentate through the entire race. Some races that's harder than others. We'll see if I can keep the dead time to a minimum. Kind of talk you through my thoughts, my decisions, so you can see how and why I make my bad decisions and what the results of those decisions are. See how we fare today against 43 others in my category, 40 to 49, age-adjusted categories. Gonna take a little bit of effort out of the pens here, up over the riser, and then there's a lot of downhill for this course before any of the real work sets in, and even on the undulations along the coast, you can draft most of those. So we'll try to conserve and put ourselves in a good position to climb towards the end of this event. Let's see how this goes here. Little push out of the pen. Oh, the A's and B's started in the front pens. Let's really push then. See if we can get up there. There we go. A couple other smart C's. Realizing we want to get on this train. There we go. All right. And we did it. Now we just cruise. Woo! Well, that opened the legs and the lungs. Oh, nice. Here comes everybody else. Pretty leisurely start. I think the 40 to 49 might be the biggest category in the race today. Those are raw numbers. Just floating along. Enjoying that draft. Not a lot of work to be done on the downhills. Some of the riders have those early kilometer jitters. They need to get some of that power out of their body. They push pretty hard here. But on Zwift downhill, anything over 50 kilometers an hour really shouldn't be doing a lot to push to stay with the group. There we go. We're not even going over the bridge, so a lot more down than up on this side. There's that one small riser coming up on the way down here. So we'll push a little bit with the group over that, and then float on back. All right. Starts to rise here, and then just a little push over this. And that takes us right through the group, back towards the front, and we can get back into drafting the group. There is some enthusiasm in this group right now down this hill.
Right on.
Some people willing to do some work. There we go. Make sure we stay in that front pack. Don't let any big gaps open up. All right. Try and keep the heart rate controlled. Enjoy this downhill as much as possible. Plenty of work to be done on this loop later on. Feeling average today. So let's see how we do getting to the hill, and let's see how we do on the hill. For now, less is more. Got riders from all over the world in this pack. Some of them doing an evening ride. And more of a midday here, 11:35 in the morning for me, sitting on Central Time in the United States, coming to you live from a barn in Waco, Texas. Pretty good movement out of this group. Already looking forward to getting off the dirt and onto the tarmac, where drafting's even easier and carrying speed is even smoother. All right. Really looks like everybody's here. 5K in. So far, pretty civilized. And that whole section we just covered is also the end of the sugar cookie loop. So another 33 kilometers from here, and we'll arrive at this spot, pushing up this little riser to what will be the finish line, which we're about to go under right now. Just enjoying a nice midday ride on Zwift with 132 of my friends, 40 or 50 of which are my age. I guess I'm directly competing against them. Keep that cadence up. Just tapping along on the pedals. Nice and light. Carrying speed with the draft. A little bit of work to do as we come up out of the jungle. Small riser towards the end of this pitch here. All right. Feeling good about the heart rate right now. I start to get into trouble at anything over 170, and I top out just over 180. 130s. Feeling pretty good about that. We want to keep it there. And that little bit of work on the risers coming up here. And spin for now. Still only 1%. Gets a little steeper through here. All right. We'll push with everybody. There we go. A few people legging it at the front. But we've got a group here. We'll stick with them. Use the arrow as we come through. Right. Little press here. That should bring us back to these guys. There we go. And we'll just travel with them. All right. Got some work to do at 50K an hour, but can still be smart about it, especially as more people creep up. Yeah. There we go. Zwift can be tricky sometimes. It can tease you into thinking you need to be in a harder gear than you actually are. And you just end up doing more work to move, more work to draft, just more work. When the reality is, clicking up, keeping it easy is the name of the game. So I do like that 90 plus cadence. I'll dig down on the hills, but on the flatland, in a group like this, we're just using the group to carry this speed. As are most of the other people around me. The dudes with real good fitness, they're stretching their legs a bit up front. Because they can. Probably costing them nothing. A lot of guys with really good fitness on Zwift. Really is a great training tool. Okay. Wait as long as we can. We'll use the feather through the line. So on the full riser here, we're carrying okay speed. You can even push a bit. And then carry that. We got a red off the front. Some people eager to go with them. It's a very long time to have to hold over 45 kilometers an hour on your own. And this group has been moving at that speed. So if you're going to go off alone here with 27K to go, man, you better have real good fitness. And they probably do. And we're going down. Little riser. Real easy here. Smart group. Leaving the red out there to dangle. No need to close it down. I guess maybe some people didn't see that this was the end of a move, not the beginning. So there we go. Closed it down. One person goes and the group's going fast. It's not a time to worry. 2, 3, 4 people go. and the group's really not moving well, you got to think about what you're going to do. You're going to jump on the wheels up front, or do you have trust that the group will organize and just carry speed well? Then you also have to think about your fitness. If a few guys had gone off the front and they were just sending it at 47 to 50 kilometers an hour, if I bridged with 26K to go, could I hold on to it? I don't think so. I really don't. So, even though so much of Zwift revolves around raw watts per kilogram, it's really how and when you're using those watts that matters most. And the Zwift pack dynamics are always evolving, but like right now, we'll just push a little bit and we're on this train. And we'll get a sense of how serious they are. And we're getting that sense already because there's everybody. Really eager red keeps trying to get away. But all he needs to do is hit that down arrow on the bars and see everybody waving. Still here. Go downhill here. Carry speed with the group around the corner. Spin up a bit. There we go. The group will carry here. And it's going to flatten out again. You can even come off it a little bit. Then push again here. And comfortably back towards the front. Moving through the pack on Zwift is pretty easy. If you're willing, or even 4 or 5 pedal strokes to go 6 watts a kilo, you move through. And staying with the group can be the polar opposite, where you really don't have to do much. And all these people are coming through me, but I'm not slowing down. So that's them working harder than me, and I'm still carrying their speed. A little bit of a push up the riser here. And that moves us right back up. And off it. All right. Group wants to push here for real. Let's get back onto this train. There we go. And use that feather. sliding along. Push a little up this riser. Group's been moving pretty fast. Definitely some people with intent to soften everybody up before the hill. I'll be one of those that gets softened up for sure. But that's why in a group this big, just do what you can. Stay with the theme of the group. Which right now really is caning it. Who are all these people? I feel like there's a lot of good riders here. A lot of good fitness. Okay. Carry speed up this hill. And then really here we can push. And that gets us up and over at the front. Pushing along. Ooh, that heart rate's up. Starting to feel a bit really the difference between traveling at 40 kilometers an hour, 45, and 50. Massive in terms of the amount of work. So on a flat rolling section, hitting and sustaining 50, there's going to have to be work. The reds are the young bucks, under 29s and elites. So we expect them to ride like this, all piss and vinegar. Us dudes in our 40s and above, we're just holding on to the glory days, while at the same time coming into our old man strength phase. Really enjoying that part of life. All right, groups together. This is my second day on the Zwift ride. Feeling a little more comfortable on it. Still getting tuned, getting adjusted, trying to figure out the best position for me on the bike. And also, just learning how the Wahoo kicker responds. I was previously on a Zwift hub and a little more sluggish on the Zwift hub, even with max trainer sensitivity. The Wahoo, it's faster. I feel like it understands momentum better. When you sprint, it gets lighter as you get faster. As you go down a hill, it releases pretty quickly. And as you settle into a hill and speed decreases, it grabs pretty good, pretty smoothly as you settle into the hills. So, all in all, the Zwift ride with the kicker, I'm enjoying the setup so far. I mean, it's supposed to be good, right? I mean, it's Zwift. Made by Zwift. All right. So where are we here? Top 27. There's a splinter in the group. 13 seconds to the next person. Still a sea of blue here. A lot of good riders. 40 to 49, I'm sure. And maybe some dudes who are lighter. I'm 82.5 kilograms. Really built for the hills, the downhills. So, shouldn't be as an excuse. Should not be used as an excuse. Instead, I should be thinking, well, I can get that raw power up high. So, just use it up that hill. Man, the red's off the front again, huh? Little push so we don't get left behind. Through the group. As it flattens out, ease off. Grab these wheels. And down the hill we go. Been pretty elevated in the heart rate for most of this ride. So, not sure how that hill's gonna go. Oh, the insistence to keep catching this red when he's the only one and not even in the category with anybody else, and no other reds chasing him. A little frustrating. All right, let's not get dropped here. What a waste of energy and effort from this group. Let him go. He's half your age. Not even in your category. Yeah. Starting to feel less and less great. But got to keep that mindset. How well can we recover from here to the start of the hill? Adjusting to these cranks. They're 170. I'm used to 172.5 on a gravel bike. Don't worry, I'm not going 150 like any of our pros. This is a big enough change in cadence and power. Got a size 13 foot. 47. It's my shoe size. I don't think anything less than 170 is going to do me very good on the bike. All right. Heart rate coming back down a little bit. That's good. Still not where we would like. But this group's been moving plenty fast. It's already put a minute on the group it splintered from. So that's pretty solid. And I'm saying this group, not my group. I've contributed nothing to the effort. Just tried to stay here so that I can tell you what's going on in my life, what's going on in my ride. So I would not be talking if I were up front doing the work that these dudes are doing up front. Especially that A that keeps wanting to escape. Energizer Bunny up there, just going for it. Okay. It's gonna mushroom a bit as people realize, oh yeah, we gotta go up that riser. Just want to stay with the group on this guy. Can't overdo it or underdo it on this hill. You overdo it, you get nowhere. You underdo it, you get dropped. Oh wow, not a lot of B's left. A lot of C's and D's. 2 B's and 2 A's. How many do they start with? All right, on the pedals with everybody. This is great. A little flatter here. Carry that speed. And then just spin up on this 2%. Nice. 26K in. A little under 13 to go. 2/3 of this race are done. And the last third essentially accounts for half the race. So it's all uphill before that downhill to the finish. All right. Just float along here. Over 50K an hour. Should not require a lot of effort on a downhill. There we go. On there with everybody. Just floating along. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of easing off going on right now. I think everybody realized this left-hand turn is not gonna feel good. You get over the steep part and you think, all right, I'm on the bridge. But that's really where this climb begins. And you can make up a lot of ground on that first initial steep slant, but you can lose a lot of ground once you get over it So I think we're going to try to be smart on the initial part of this climb. See what our legs are like in the second half. See how we carry across before the final riser into the final descent. But that's not for minutes and minutes and minutes. We got to do this first. All right, into the back of the group. Let's find a gear that we can use. All right. Oh, these guys are going to be doing much better than me. Wow. Look at those guys go. Yeah. Might be more survival mode from here. All right. Feeling it. No man's land. A lot of people way ahead. Heart rate very high. Keep spinning the wind. All right. Got a few behind us. We'll work with them. One's on the flatter sections. But for now, this is good. All right, little hill. Here we go. All right. Oh, okay. Get our breath back. Get on some wheels. Yeah, that felt awful. Where are all these seas coming from? That's fine. There we go. That's it. Got one more D working to get here. This will be a good group to work with. Not sure why that guy pushed. Silly place to do it. All right, 8K to go. Enjoying these undulations. And we'll hit that hill. Go past the start pens, down the long downhill to the finish. So this is the caboose of the group that got away about halfway through the ride. So we got one rider 22 seconds back, which must have been in our group at the base of the hill. Then after that, it's a good minute 40 before anyone else. So, finishing order out of this group, TBD, could potentially make top 20. But still a lot of riding left to do with 7K. So this group needs to hold speed. Oh. Got one guy in our group trying to go. But like we go downhill here and then there's a real hill. So I'm not sure what the intent is. We'll see. Okay. And we go back down. And back up. Push the group. Get this wheel. There we go. There we go. It's going to flatten out a bit. There we go. Need just enough over this hill. There we go. It's very speed. Here we go. Slide through. Heart rate go out? There we go. Oh, don't worry. Still in the 170s. That is just not fun. Feel pretty good about making it this far today. Towards the pointy end of 132 riders. Granted, not in the first group, but really a chance of becoming B squad leader here. And anytime there's that chance, I'm going to take it. Trying to get those minor places. I think they're very minor here. Places 21 or 20 through 26 or 7. I don't even think we can break into the top 20. Ooh, that's a bitter pill. Maybe. Maybe we'll make a little push to the front just to see the number in a second. Well, maybe not. Right now, just trying to get that heart rate back down a bit. After almost 50 minutes of riding, had a pretty good clip. Just a little push here. Carry that speed. And push again. There we go. We're where we should be. Couldn't even take this wheel. Okay, so I think we can get up to 18th. The best possible finish here. Just floating along. Covering the pushes, trying to draft otherwise. There we go. Two and a half K, mostly downhill. Still a good gap back to anybody behind us. So it really is just reacting to this group. Heart rate's coming down, but not anywhere near where I'd like it to be. I guess I should just be glad that my Apple Watch paired today. Man, the Apple Watch, so finicky with Zwift. So finicky. Sometimes it just says no. No, I won't work today. All right. I don't think anybody would still have a power up at this point of the ride. Could be wrong. All right. It's going to flatten out soon. It's going to go through the cave. It's going to rise a little out of the cave and to the finish. So let's see how we do surfing wheels through the cave. And let's see if we have anything left in the legs. Okay. This is good. Everybody kind of looking around at each other. Gonna flatten out. Good. It's gonna go a little faster. Question is, do we want to be stupid and go now? How tired do we think everyone else is? We don't really have a sprint right now. So, let's do something dumb. It might work. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. Ah. Wow. That sucked. Wow. Feel pretty good about those numbers. Average watts per kilo, solid. Pretty good day, all in all. Hope you guys enjoyed that much more than I did. Again, doing my very best to be athlete and commentator at the same time. Which is, both of those roles are competing for oxygen. And when the oxygen leaves my brain, you'll forgive me for whatever it is I say. Most of it probably won't even make sense. So there you go. Nice 40K lunch ride. Feeling good, feeling energized. Gaining fitness. Having fun. And if you guys are enjoying me rambling through my rides, please like, subscribe, tell your friends. I'm on here a lot. I ride Zwift a lot. I'm gonna film as much as I can and just put it up there for you guys to see. Hopefully things I say resonate. Hopefully things I say are fun and funny. Hopefully I don't end up offending anybody. But after all, this is just a video game for fitness. And if you look at it that way, man, is it a ton of fun. So again, guys, hope you enjoyed. And that's all from me.